Radiant's middle tower is
Well, 15-3 to 12-5. I mean, this is as good as Invoker can have of a lane against a Bat Rider, I think.
Maiden's gonna die as well.
Yeah.
Both supports,
Jesus.
yeah. Tano top, Maiden bot. A little bit spooky now. Tano just waddles away. Waddles back into them. Gets arrowed up and stunned. Not respecting the Mirage here. And mid lane,
Come on, we got it. This is your game to carry, bro.
Bat Rider cold snapped, maledicted, star stormed, everything in onto the bat. Alone down. A good cookie there onto Panda Boo will dispatch the Witch Doctor. But Matthew and Dark Margot, they are still here. With a couple of spells left. Arrow, ready, cold snap.
Fresh in middle. That's all we really need. Bat Rider, I think he really wanted to do something with this. Top, actually.
Yeah, PA's jumped the Pango. They've got Lasso to drag her back. The
arrow
kills the Pangolier.
That was nice.
That Flame Break with the sticky napalm stacks have got to kill off this PA. She pops the wand and blinks to the Witch Doctor. Voodoo Restoration healing her up, but not enough. The Bat Rider secures the kill, but Invoker has rotated in. Cold Snap with an Urn Charge.
Maledict.
They've got so much here with the Maledict onto Alone, getting the trade back. And Matthew's Mirana.
They got from that is just really showing right now. Oh, it does an arrow there. Okay, saves it, but still gets the kill.
Wait a second, we'll come back and just a tick because Mingate is being initiated on, and look at the TPs. Oh, the arrow after dagger connecting onto Sacred, still level 5 on the Pango, and with all of the surrounding heroes of NoPing, you didn't really stand a chance.
Let's stop this bleeding. Here we
They
go.
really do. This is a kill on the Invoker that means so much to them. He chucks out an EMP, but the Ravage from Tide, Oscar connects onto 4 heroes. The trouble is, they don't have their PA, and Witch Doctor Mirana were too far away. So the Rolling Thunder coming through from Pango, but dodged by Witch Doctor. Sacred doesn't connect with anyone, and now he's forced to swashbuckle low ground. Arrow barely scraping past to the Pango's roll. It's an extended fight here, and now Death Ward comes into play because Panda Boo is not facing off against any natural predators. There are no stuns to stop him. Full duration Death Ward. Killing off the Pango, chasing now and Alone, both away from this fight. Trying to pop the Reincarnation. Does toggle Armlet on. So now doesn't lose out on his ultimate there. It's like Sacred is like the same thing. Like, you know, he's dropping all of these chat lines because you know he's probably not feeling too well. They catch out the Bat Rider. Again, this combination tornado into arrow as the Mortimer's Kiss is doing some good work. And the Rolling Thunder catching Invoker, Dark Margot down.
Wow.
Trading mid for mid, and maybe with the Thunder connecting on Mirana, they crit and slice down the Mirana. Good Ravage. Holds them back with the Death Ward damage onto Sacred. They get a trade at the very least, but now still has that Reincarnation. The armlet toggles to take down Panda Boo. A kill for the freezing field of that Maiden, while Oscar, the Ravage, turns out to actually have baited his team into this battle, and they're losing it out in the end. PA.
There. Yeah, Alonso's not there already.
Only the Wraith King frontlining. Bat does have the blink as they launched the Mortimer's Kisses. Flame Break pushes them back a little closer, but Bat Rider just disappears under the Maledict Death Ward. And Wraith King, he's out of mana.
Witch Doctor.
He doesn't have Reincarnation. He can armor, he can wand, but he's still missing 20 mana for Reincarnation. He's going to have to turn and fight, and they've already lost their Bat Rider. Traded for the Mirana, but Wraith King down as the PA comes and takes his crown, no longer a king. The Phantom Assassin is the Lord Regal of this team fight and this game as she'll jump towards the Pango. The shield crash into the middle of both of them, but cold snapped up, and there's a cask flying above his head into the Radiant Fountain. I don't know where that's going. It's going to hit the Grandma. Radiant Sentry's getting dropped down as well. The big man's nearly dead as they do tornado up to the high ground, spotting the Wraith King. Reincarnation is ready, but Roshan's nearly dead, and the Rolling Thunder's inside the pit. The Pango's there, the steal is there too. Tano takes the Aegis, the PA is so low. Ravage might be able to keep her alive with that. Greaves, the mech, healing him up. They do actually save the PA and turn to kill Alone and SHTC.
Oh, wow. I think Tano, he might have messed up there. Instead of jumping in also to try and get the Aegis, he should have just stayed on the outside and used...
Creating a bit of space, I guess, for the Wraith King.
Alright. Well, Tano's dead too.
Oh, they find the Snapfire, yeah. Freezing field from the Maiden. It kind of feels like the EGOBOYS have checked out of this game a little bit. That Alacrity BKB PA gets a triple kill. Shows them Bat Rider, Wraith King, both revealed. Yule's up on the Wraith King. They don't make the jump now, they do. Catching out Matthew, but the Ravage is there from Tide. Rolling Thunder onto the Mirana, but she's going to be able to leap away even after the Flame Break. The Force Staff comes, Alone is already dead. and the Ego Boys just losing heroes too quickly. Pandaboo does get shredded by the Grandma, but Mingate has finally shown up to the team fight and slicing them bit by bit as Tano gets cleared up and Sacred. There's nowhere left to run, Mr. Bango Man. Just roll up into a ball and accept your
They
first
caught the
TP.
Wraith King.
Oh,
Yup, they canceled
turns.
it.
There's a good bit of damage onto the Invoker, but with Pandaboo coming down south, a Moonlight Shadow and an Ice Wall, now this Wraith King, he's stuck into the arrow. We go, chain stunned up and dead. All things considered, it's a 5-man wipe, with the Wraith King dying just a bit after the rest of his teammates, and the PA has also gone beyond godlike, taking out the Sacred Pango and diving in onto tier 3s. A good freezing field from the Maiden comes, but Maiden having to stand her ground and now run away because this PA does so much damage from a Deso Basher dagger hit. Tidehunter's in too deep. Tornado gets a bit of space for him to retreat, and he's got enough sustain with the wand, the pipe, and now the Voodoo Restoration from Witch Doctor to jump back in with a PA. Mingate, arrow does fly forward, but Sacred, he's managed to get a bit of a gap between him and the Dire until the 1333 crit hits, and Crystal Maiden's gonna follow him into the grave. The GGs have got to be coming soon. NoPing.
But the bat.
Wraith King. Does he get away from EMP? He doesn't. 21 charges, so he will have reincarnation, but using it so early doesn't feel so good. And the Yules on the bat stops the lasso drag back, the Death Ward onto the Wraith King, and a Ravage to boot. They'll focus the bat instead. Dead for 30 seconds, and Crystal Maiden. Oh my god, what's left of her? So little HP remains.
Wait.
They do get a big hit onto the PA. She doesn't have it. No BKB, the PA being focused, but the Phantom Strike to the back lines, meaning Pango, it's all on his shoulders to deal any more damage, and the chase forward onto the Invoker. It ends up being a Maiden dying, and the Grandma gone too. That's it. 4 heroes dead. NoPing with 5 alive can also round this final hero, the Pangolier of Sacred. 1 and 14 as your offlaner. Mingate's revenge. 1-1 now between NoPing and EGOBOYS, and we're going to head to a game 3, Theben. 0% really.
Move once he latches on a target. If Viper just breaks him there, he deals no damage whatsoever. I think...
Hang on. 1, 2,
6.
Jeez Louise. They do go on the Viper though. It's a good catch. Fairy Fire and Bottle charges for Dark Margot.
Oh, no.
And now the Shadow Shaman. He's in here with an Ether Shock. Not enough to find any kills though. And Crystal Maiden.
Yep.
Trying to get that touch
Right,
onto the
he's gonna
Viper.
get it. Oh, he
Gets
gets
it alone.
Wow,
6 CS, but
level
has
5.
a kill to his name at level 5 and a bottle refill with the Illusion Rune. Oh, it's all coming up Ember Spirit because he's going to go diving for the Shadow Shaman now. Stop the shackles with the Searing Chains. No, he doesn't even bother. He just right-clicks the Shaman, slides a fist.
He tips the Nyx. He's like, you Nyx, you salvage this Ember's lane. You bailed him out here.
Yeah, good job. Crystal Maiden. She went to get a bounty rune, successfully so, but does die as Oscar with Matthew come back for it. And it looks like Ember Spirit has a bounty rune still left for him to refill his bottle when that lane goes south. Down a bottom lane, Witch Doctor, double stunned in the Sandstorm. Pandaboo pops the Fairy Fire and the Magic Stick, turns with a cask. PA not
Fairy Fire,
really
one
wanting
more
to go any
second.
deeper. Does jump the Nyx Assassin now, and Pandaboo actually regenning up with a Voodoo Restoration. Could turn with a Maledict, but the double stuns.
Damn.
Burrowing through the
Double
ground.
nails.
So powerful. Meanwhile, mid lane, Viper getting it in onto the Ember Spirit, but this Crystal Maiden making life incredibly difficult, forcing yet another Fairy
it's
Fire,
level
but the
6.
Remnants alone is level 6,
Wow.
you are correct. And Matthew, there's another slight chains coming. Catches him up, has the slide to finish it, and alone is
Both hit level 6 like exactly the same point with 2 creeps dying.
Sacred. Meanwhile, 2-man Burrow Strike. Good initiation onto the Witch Doctor. PA alone has made the rotation
Can't
down here.
remember, though.
Sacred's gonna die. But with the Nyx Assassin missing the stun,
Oh,
so
that's
close to
done.
catching Mingate, I thought it had landed. But it will allow the PA to escape, while Alone's rotation gets 1 kill, and it's a kill with a trade on your offlaner. Hexed up onto the tower, Shackles are ready. Alone, he's gone a bit too far now. Destroyed by the Shadow Shaman's disables.
Tower. Oh,
How
wow.
quickly the mighty fall. Tano now with no carapace, no stun. Fury Troll pretty quickly.
Key, bottom.
Mingate, Phantom Strike back to the creeps. But with the Frostbite stun combos, the Mars Arena, it is there, trapping the Maiden up against the side as the epicenter from Sacred just kills off the PA. Oscar inside that Sandstorm is being annihilated, but the cask bouncing from Sankey to Nyx and the ability to hex him up. Sacred, he's got Burrow in onto two of them, and then the two-man impale, the reversal, Uno, they get the double stuns in, but they don't have the damage or the follow-through, so Oscar is kited, juked them around, and Tano, he is still very speedy. This Tranquil boots Nyx, he is running away from danger. Spear, not available. He's a shock and hex, they're ready.
Nice!
Incorrect guess from Matthew.
Farming at some point, like... There's no way he,
that's a good catch on
played
Viper.
the whole game like this.
Well, he's going to farm heroes, Theban. He's got on the Viper, great setup from the Nyx Assassin, but the PA is here and they are ready to take down alone.
Who's farming who?
That is a good question, Theban. I think they absolutely must be.
He's stat padding right now with the Serpent Ward stuff.
But is he going to survive? That's the big question, because there's an arena, only Sanking trapped inside, killing off the Shadow Shaman, and the Burrow Strike will tag Oscar, but it's a tanky Mars. They need more follow-through. There's no impale, but there is slide chains. God's Rebuke comes out, but they've turned it back onto the Nyx. Phantom Assassin there, clearing up with a big crit. And the freezing field from Maiden, it zones them out, but she's stuck inside the Nether Toxin while the Epi. Sanking's there, again, onto the Viper, the cast. The second bounce dodged by the Sleight of Fist, I think, because it didn't actually bounce between them, but it's still a Sanking kill for the P.
On him.
And they do.
Gets him on the edge of the sentry.
There's the catch.
Epi.
Nyx is here.
Cancelled?
There's the Vendetta.
Oh, why did he cancel the Epi?
I don't know, but they come in now anyway.
There we go.
There's Viper gone. Witch Doctor follows him. God's Rebuke from Oscar, thinking about coming in with the arena. Ember Spirit just about gets out of it though. They've got the Serpent Wards to trap with the shackles onto the Troll. No phase boots on Troll, by the way, so he's actually locked in here and they force to kill off a ward to allow him to escape, and he turns with the Battle Trance, netting up the Mars and a double kill for Alone. 11, 3, and 4. Ember Spirit, he's picked
Misses
wards.
the dust.
Well, they don't see her. Yeah, you're right. Shadow Emerald from Matthew, blinking forward with
Epi,
the PA, but the
Epi.
Epi, blink with a two-man stun. Oh, the PA is shredded, and Dark Mago, the second core to get caught up in it with a Death Ward down. Maledict's going. Alone is low, and a good arena. There's the Mars getting with the spear, but they've already lost 4 heroes, and there's Oscar alone against the Sand King and Troll. Now comes out with a triple kill. Learn. Maybe we'll come back to this in a second, because they are approaching the Ember Spirit with a Hex, but the stun, the double stun, Nyx and Sand King come back in there, the Ravages, you're right, and Alone, inside this Mars Arena, gets speared up against the side, but the Troll, he's come in, finds Panda Boo, netted up, Dark Mago on the run, they've already lost the Witch Doctor and the Shadow Shaman. It's a decent fight so far for NoPing, but they'll lose the Viper now. And EGOBOYS is going to be happy with the outcome, all things said and done.
Don't do it, Sacred.
Go, no,
Don't do it.
In, out.
Do it.
Shake it all about. What's he doing? Hokey Cokey here. Glimmer Cape. Spear lands on the Maiden. Troll still moving forward up the high ground onto the Mars. Does Oscar have enough to stand and fight? Not with a Burrow Strike. The Yule's on the PA now as well with the epicenter. Sand King is going to take her down. Mingate, Phantom Strike to the low ground with the Glimmer Cape going. There's Serpent Walls. They try and block the Troll away, but Sacred, he's got the Burrow to shut it down. Shackled under a tier 1, but he doesn't care. He killed the PA.
Stun. Couldn't burst the escape.
They've tried to catch the Nyx, but this Ember Spirit has such long-ranging reach and gap close. Matthew had to dump out of that fight as quickly as he started it, and the Viper stuck around too. EGOBOYS, you said they were waiting for this Troll to be ready, and my golly, 20 minutes in, he comes
from experience for sure.
Nyx under a sentry. Gets the Carapace off in time. Still going to get hexed up, but the rest of EGOBOYS, they're here. The Mars Arena zones them out. They kill off Tano. Nyx Assassin down. Shadow Shaman is the one that does get traded back. Buyback from Nyx. He's TPing to Outpost, but they got the jump. Two-man chains into Burrow on Mars, and the PA Viper's being chased down, and this has got to be the gates closing. Phantom Assassin.
He's got an Abyssal Blade 2 on the
at the end. Oh, they nearly find they find a bigger catch. The PA, Mingate, dead without buyback. Oh,
they're stuck in their base with all their heroes.
Well, they're just gonna die now. Ember Spirit, he's like, oh, I see creeps. I see things I can kill.
Get away from the creeps. No, he's like, get away. Look at him, he doesn't want it.
Yeah, he's running away from the creeps because he wanted to kill the heroes in the base.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose. Okay, he had to kill that one. It's like, give me vision.
That is a Troll with no Aegis. He has BKB Battle Trance, but he's been destroyed before getting them off. Death Ward's still going, and Alone's BKB not really doing too much against the physical damage until the Sand King arrives with a big epicenter Burrow Strike. Dark Mago still standing tall, though the Viper
Double
able to
buyback,
turn it back onto the Sand King, and you're right, both supports buyback on the Radiant team. Spearing back the Nyx, the Mars is on the low ground. He's going to get taken down here. The Nyx and the Creeps, the Voodoo Restoration, not enough to heal him back. Has buyback on the Mars if need be, but...
He should have ran in the real Ember there. That would have been funny.
For double bait. But now they have been baited in though. Oh, they missed the Nyx stun, but they still get the Abyssal Blade catching Pandabu, which
He died so fast.
just destroyed the shackles from Shadow Shaman. They're on the Sand King, but that's a lone Shaman. He's throwing his Serpent Wards in there. Goodbye.
No buyback too. Wait, what were? Nah, I mean, no buyback. But then if they lose, it's like, you know, I just went for the underdogs.
You know the strat, you know the tactic. That is perfectly explained. Trapping up that troll, taking his Aegis, or trying to anyway, but the Epicenter Burrow from Sacred not quite on the money. Gets used up as Mingate's BKB starts to shred through EGOBOYS a little here, but it's worn out now, and they've got the racks, the buildings they came for, and every single lane is now down. It's a forced fight from NoPing jumping in, but they've lost Mingate with no buyback. That's got to be it with a PA down. GG is gold. Alone with a double kill. The Ember, who got 5 CS in the first 15 minutes of the laning stage, is 21, 5, and 19. His
49
KDA
assists.
is ridiculous. What?
Yeah, he had 40